Beneath it were the words, "Stay hungry, stay foolish."
안녕하세요. 하루 성장입니다. 어떻게 하면 부자가 될 수 있을까? 그리고 어떻게 하면 내가 지금 하고 있는 일을 성공으로 이끌 수 있을까? 아마 여러분들이 항상 고민하시는 질문이라고 생각합니다. 그래서 제가 이 영상을 제작하게 되었는데요. 저번 영상에 이어 이번 영상도 우리가 잘 알고 있는 애플의 창업자이자 넥스트, 픽사의 창업자인 스티브잡스 이야기를 해보려고 합니다. 어떻게 하면 부자가 될 수 있을까? 어떻게 하면 성공으로 나를 이끌 수 있을까? 질문 자체만을 놓고 생각해보면 정해진 답이 없어 보이는데요. 스티브 잡스는 어떻게 부자가 되었고 성공의 길로 본인을 이끌었는지 이번 영상을 통해 한번 알아보시죠.
My second story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me. And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob Noyce and tried to apologize for screwing up so badly. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love. And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lorene and I have a wonderful family together. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking. Don't settle.
자, 스티브 잡스의 영상을 보시고 어떤 생각이 드시나요? 스티브 잡스는 본인이 세운 회사에서 해고당하게 됩니다. 그러나 넥스트, 픽사를 창업하면서 다시 애플의 CEO로 자리매김하게 되죠. 스티브 잡스가 다시 일어설 수 있었던 원동력은 과연 무엇이었을까요? 여러분들은 이 영상을 보면서 어떤 생각이 드시나요? 사랑하는 사람을 찾는 것만큼이나 본인에게 맞는 일을 찾아야 합니다. 라고 스티브잡스는 말하고 있죠. 누구에게나 어려운 시기는 존재합니다. 이 시기를 버티고 이겨내느냐, 반대로 넘어지느냐는 본인이 하는 일을 진정으로 사랑하느냐에 따라 달려 있습니다. 그리고 본인이 진정으로 사랑하는 일을 찾는 것은 매우 어렵지만 찾기만 한다면 삶의 많은 부분들을 채워준다고 말하죠. 저는 아무리 찾아봐도 제가 사랑하는 일을 찾을 수 없는데요. 괜찮습니다. 물론 방법이 존재합니다. 여러분 스스로 훌륭한 일이라고 믿는 그 일을 하는 것입니다. 그 일이 막노동이 되었든 유튜버가 되었든 그 어떤 것이든 말이죠. 그 일을 하시면 됩니다. 어떻게 하면 부자가 될 수 있을까요? 그리고 어떻게 하면 내가 지금 하고 있는 일을 성공으로 이끌 수 있을까요? 이 질문에 대한 정답은 명확해진 것 같습니다. 그렇다면 우리는 지금 무엇을 해야 할까요? 여러분이 진정으로 사랑할 수 있는 그 일을 찾는 것부터 시작이겠죠? 그러니 계속 찾아보세요. 정착하지 마시고요.